Good morning, Central Texas. Welcome to the second half of KISS Community Connections at My KISS 1031. It's Phyllis. It's still me. And guess what? I'm still happy because it's cool outside. Okay, I know. But I'm just saying it because I like it. You know, right now, holidays are coming. And the strange thing about the holidays coming is that's the only time we think about helping people sometimes. But you know what? It's okay. It's cool. But, we have a lot of information. I do actually have some information to put out because, along with us helping families, we also, I say here at KISS, is we make sure that the families know what's out there for them. Because it's a little more than just saying, here's a basket, here's a whatever. So we attempt to find out what's out there for the community to make things better for a holiday time and for our families. So we're going to begin with Monday. Monday is a day off. Isn't that nice? I'm just saying so because, we don't have to work on Monday. Whenever we have a day off of school, we're extremely happy. But Monday will be free Thanksgiving for the children. It's going to be Monday from 2 to 5. It will be at the Harker Heights Event Center on 710 Edwards Drive in Heights, like I said. And it's a free Thanksgiving community dinner, and it's focused on our children. Yes, parents, you're welcome to come. You need to RSVP, and you can RSVP at 254-554-3600, and that's really so that they'll know how much to cook and how much to have on hand. And like I said, it is for kids, so there's going to be some bounties for the children to play on. It'll be things for them to do. So the whole thing is, like I said, one, it's a day off and the kids need something to do, the parents need something to do, and just the fact that the community's pulling together to do it. So it's Monday, remember, from 2 to 5 at the Harker Heights East Center. And it's a free Thanksgiving for all the kids. It's zoomed around the kids because a lot of times we forget that our kids, we think of the family and we say family, but sometimes we forget the kids sometimes need a little bit extra because they're kids and they need just a little bit more. So that's what they're going to get at the Harker Heights Event Center on Monday. Then we're going to move to Sunday the 18th. Sunday on the 18th of November, VFW 9191 at 3307 Zephyr Road, which is November 18th at 2. They're going to have free Thanksgiving dinner for anybody who walks in the door. Just anybody who walks in, they're going to be fully prepared to feed everybody from 2, starting at 2. They didn't have an ending time. And I guess that's safer that way, especially if we're going to feed everybody who comes in. There is no RSVP. So remember, November 18th at 2 p.m., which is Sunday, the Sunday before, VFW 9191 at 3307 Zephyr Road, Zephyr Road, we'll be having free Thanksgiving dinner for anybody who comes in. So there's no requirement. There's nothing to, say, hey, listen, no, just coming and sit down and have Thanksgiving dinner. Sometimes I think it's fun to sit with a group of people that you don't know because you never know who you're going to get to talk to, or who you're going to meet, or what connections you're going to make when you're sitting there. And, when you're sitting eating and meeting new people, it makes the whole thing like fun. To me, it's like a treasure chest thing opening up because you get to talk to people and you go, wow, I didn't know that, and you get to just to get to know people. And a lot of times I say you meet people that you say, man, I should have met this person a long time ago. But it was meant for you to meet then. So sometimes then I'll say, I like doing things where I go somewhere and I don't know anybody. I think it's like one of those little treasure chests open up and there's a box, or follow the yellow brick road, whatever it is. Sometimes it's a lot of fun for me to do that. It's just simply fun. So you might want to think about one of those events to get invited to be in. Now, also on the other side, we have people who want to give and they don't know where to get, as we call it, a list from. We don't know where there's the need in for both holidays, which would be Thanksgiving and Christmas. Well, I'll say, once again, I belong to the Bell County Child Welfare Board. Bell County Child Welfare Board, our job is to make sure that the children that are in foster care and kinship care get what they need. Kinship, I'll explain, is when someone's kids are taken away and their family member, the kids' parents are not good parents. CPS comes and removes the children. Kinship is when they go to a family member or a close friend of the family, because a lot of families they have uncle so and so and aunt whatever when they really aren't. That's so close to the family till they're considered aunts and uncles, so they're there. Those people, they can get legal kinship over a child. So our job is to support them. Now we support them in various ways. One, we have what's called a rainbow room. A rainbow room is for any child that's taken from their family from birth to 17, because 18 they're an adult. The rainbow room, in there we have everything they need. You name it, they need. When they walk out of that room, they have everything they need to start out. Because when kids are taken from CPS by CPS, the parents don't have to give them anything, because guess what? It doesn't belong to them. Think about it. If your child is taken, they don't own anything. The clothes, they don't own them. You bought them. They don't own anything. So nothing usually travels with them. Nothing. So they come to the rainbow room and we keep it stocked. We keep it stocked with things from volunteers from the community. Everything in there has to be new, can't be used, because you don't want to give a child, there's something that somebody already worn, and here they're being taken, traumatized, and from the families, and boom, they're someplace else. Yes, we have toys too in the rainbow room and backpacks and all that. But so they come in there, the caseworker brings them in there, and they get what they need in order to move forward with something new, with new stuff, new things, new items. But also what we do is on Thanksgiving, we try to help get those families fed. And we have, from the kinship families, we have 117 kinship families in Bell County. Did anybody know that? And that the majority of them are in Killeen. So we have 117 kinship families that we're looking for people to take care of. I know that's a whole lot. And we don't want nobody to say, hey, let's all feed all 117 families. Nah. But, if you're looking for a list of families in need, we are the ones with the list of families, of kinship families. Now, remember, I said 117 kinship families. I didn't say how many kids these families have. Some of these families, kinship families, they have 5 kids, 6 kids. And then there's 2 ways families are kinship. The kinship families, when CPS removes a child, and then the person goes through kinship through CPS, they get one lump sum of money for that child, and then that's it. They get, and if we put them on a Christmas list, we could put them on a holiday list and stuff like that, but that's what they get. Now, if a parent is declared unfit and the children never go to CPS, but the grandparents or family members go to court and get them, they get nothing. They don't get a dime. I don't know, and it's weird. But since CPS did not have that child, those parents who become kinship, they don't get any money. They don't get that one. They don't get nothing. Nothing at all. They hear the kid, bam, boom, they're yours. So what we do for Christmas and Thanksgiving, we try to find families who, want to either share dinner with them. We'll make a basket for them. And, we keep it confidential. So, we don't give the list to everybody, but we do have a list of families. So if anybody's looking for families to take care of, you can hit me up on Facebook, Messenger, and text. And if you got my phone number, text me and call me, and I can make sure that you get one of those families. For Christmas, what do? For Christmas, we get a wish list from the caseworkers for each child that's in kinship. We get a list from them, and the kids have a whole lot of things on their list. And we don't get everything on the list because we can't. We don't have that much funding, that much funds donated to us. But we get what they need first, on their list. We look at it, you can see if there's a coat on there, they need the coat, but we get what they need and want on their wish list. I think last year we went to Walmart, and Walmart got a good $5,000 from us from the list. Well, this year our list is 75 kids, so we have 75 kids to buy for. But if someone would like to donate or get a wish list from us of one of the children, because we have all their lists, and we can actually give you the list, because the list doesn't contain anything confidential about the child. It's just simply their name and their wish list. But if you would like a wish list to go shopping for a child, let me know. And because right now I'm the acting secretary, it's like, woo. But anyway, let me know, and I can get you a child or two, to and give you their wish list, and you can shop for them to get what they need, what they want, or whatever's on their wish list that you choose. You just let us know. You might say, hey, listen, I'll get the clothes, I can't get the toys. We're like, okay, good. Then we know that we'll get the toys and you've got the clothes. And if you're looking for a family to help out for Christmas time, let us know, and we'll give you the family's list, which would mean if the family have 4 kids, we'll give you the 4 kids, and boom, you adopt the whole family for Christmas. But we do that because we don't, even though the kids, well, I'll put it this way, since the kids are separated from their parents, that's one little nightmare hardship right there. Whether the parents are good or bad to them, those are still the kids' parents. So we want them to know that the community cares, because it makes a big difference in a little kid's life to know that, wait, somebody else does care about me other than the people who you live with right now, which would be family or relatives. Family, relatives, or friends. So it's important for the kids to know that somebody else cares about them other than just who they thought, and it brightens another kid's day. And I don't think a kid should suffer simply because the carelessness of their parents. So if you would like a wish list from there, like I said, same thing, hit me up on Facebook, inbox me. If you got my number, call or text me. I'll give you the wish list. If you want to take care of an entire family for Christmas, such as, the dinner, let me know. Once again, I can get your family list and help you out. But don't search. And if you know anybody else who's looking, don't worry about searching, because I still got 117 families. That will be the same 117 families for Christmas as we have for Thanksgiving. So I'm saying it again, I run into a lot of groups who say I didn't know anybody to support. I didn't have any names. Well, guess what? Belcando Child Welfare Board, we have the names. We have the names. And then also, if you want to donate to the Belcando Child Welfare Board and want to know what we need right now, desperately, will be coats and jackets, because it's getting cool outside. And I looked in, we have 3 rainbow rooms also. Let me back up and let you know. We have 2 rainbow rooms in Killeen, one on Priest Drive and one on Elms. And then we have one in Temple. We don't have one in Belton. We used to, but it's not there anymore. So we have 3 rainbow rooms, of which when something is bought, we, if you bring us a bunch of coats, we'll share them with each one. But if you bring some and say these are for priests, then they stay for priests. Some for Elms, stay at Elms, and we do that. But we need everything. Like I said, we take all donations from day old to 17. And you might say, what do you mean day old? I don't know if you realize, but some kids are taken from CPS from the hospital. So they didn't get home. Some kids never get to go home. They're taken from the hospital. As soon as they're born and ready to be released, CPS takes the child. And that's a terrible thing, but CPS takes that child. And so that's why we say birth to 17. And I don't, once again, Bell County, we got the highest numbers of children in CPS care. We have more kids in CPS care than you could think of. Whatever number you're thinking of, I'm sure we're higher than that. It's getting out of hand. It's getting way out of control. So we need to do something about that as adults, because this becomes an adult issue. It's not a kid issue at this point, because kids can't tell their adults, I need you to be a good parent. So it's an issue that we need to take care of, and we need to fine tune it. I know there's a lot of things we in the neighborhood used to do, but you know what? We used to do that. You know, there was a time when so-and-so's kids got whooped and Mr. Whoever went down the street and stopped all that. And the wife went down there with them, or the girlfriend or sister or whatever, went with, and they stopped that. You know, no, you can't be beating your kids like that. Now, we hear, I don't want to be bothered. I don't have time. The biggest one is, I don't want to be bothered. Really. You know, and then when something tragic happens, you go, oh man, I didn't think about that. I should have. Then those other, you know, those people we always talk about, the shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yeah, they always come up then. I shoulda did this. I coulda. Yeah, right. You know, it's kind of late for that because the kid's already injured. But, you know, the shoulda, woulda, coulda people came out and, you know, gotta say something. But instead of being those people, we need to step outside of our houses and say, hey, these things need to stop. If we know that, I know our children are being injured, so we need to say something. If you think they're being injured, say something. You know, police and us on the Belcando Child Welfare Board, we would like it if you said something if you thought it. You know, what we learned not long ago, that parents are beating their kids on the bottom of their feet. And we're like, the bottom of their feet? Okay, then I'm thinking about it. I work in the school district. I work with special needs 3-year-olds. That's someplace we never look because they have their socks and shoes on when they come to school. So you never, you know, we can't tell a kid, let me see the bottom of your feet. You know, usually if they change their clothes or have to change their clothes or whatever, we see their bodies because we're helping them change their clothes. So we see, you know, if there's something on them, but we never look at the bottom of their feet. And we didn't know that was a new place. And it's horrible to say there's a new place, but there was. So, like I said, we'll go back to the holidays. If you want to adopt a family, or if you want to adopt kids, if you want a wish list, if you want to know about families who need food, whatever, hit me up. I'll help you out because I have a list and I have a mission. I want all 117 families fed. I want all 117 families with these kids. I want them to have a nice holiday because I said they deserve it. Whatever they're going through, they did not ask for it. You know, but since it's served to them, I want us to let them know that as a community, we care, we see you, we know, and we're going to do our part in it. You know, we might not, you know, play the savior role of, you know, saving the family, but we'll play the role of we do care, we are out there, you're still our children. You know, they need to know that. I'll tell people, man, I got like 200-300 kids out there in the community. Gave birth to 2, but I have about 200-300 kids because they're ours, you know, and they're ours to take care of. You know, they're not ours to throw away. They're ours to take care of, you know. And like I said, years ago when I was smaller, it was a long time ago. But anyway, when I was younger, you know, you had the neighborhood to take care of you. You know, people always said, you know, I got a whooping from the lady on the corner all the way down to my house. Well, that wasn't out of meanness. That was out of love. You know, someone said, hey, you know, Mr. So-and-so, he took me fishing. Every time him and his boys went fishing, he took me with him. It wasn't out of he had to. It was out of love. It was out of him being a man, realizing, there's none down there. Let me get these knucklehead boys and take them with me. So if we could do it, if we did that back then, and we can't do it now, so what's the real problem? Because we can't say we don't have time, because we got time to do, you know, other junky things. We can't say we don't have time. So what is our real story? What are we really saying? What we're really saying is I just don't want to. We need to really just tell the truth. We're just saying I don't want to do it. I don't want to be bothered. You know, but we need to think about those things because our children they're not our future. Children that are living are your today. They're not your future because they're already here. So we need to be careful how we raise and grow and nurture them and talk to them because you know what? They're going to take over. And you know what? They might remember that we didn't care about them. So we need to do what we can, take care of our kids. This is holiday time. It's the worst time for kids who feel they're not loved to actually, you know, really, it's a bad time for them to feel that. Our kids now are doing something that we never thought we'd hear, and they're committing suicide. You know, when you got an 8-year-old that's thinking about killing themselves, I'm like, wait a minute. 8-year-olds should be trying to figure out how they're going to look 10 and act 8. They should be thinking about the newest hairstyle, the newest toy. They should be thinking about all those other crazy things that 8-year-olds think about, but they shouldn't be thinking about ending their life. They should be thinking about the crazy stuff. Like I said, the latest whatever, you know. Right now, I guess it'll be cell phones and the latest movie coming out, or are you going this place for dinner, or have you been over here yet? And their bragging rights usually should stay the same. I got prettier shoes than you, not the other way. So, you know, let's help out our kids. Let's reach our hand out and let them know that I see you, care about you. I might not be with you every day, but I see you and I care about you. Well, I want to thank you for listening to KISS Community Connection this morning. I want you to remember, first of all, contact your elected officials that we just voted on. Contact them. Let them know that they work for us. We do not work for them. Also remember, if you want to take a list from kids and feed the families for holidays, support the kids for Christmas with a list, hit me up. Remember, I have 117 families. So you know what that means. I'm 117 families. That's all I know. I got 117 families. I don't know nothing else but that. So let me know if you want to help out. And like I said, once again, thanks for listening to KISS Community Connections at My KISS 1031. I want you to remember, you cannot lead a positive life with a negative mind. And we'll talk to you next Sunday. Bye now.